In this video, we are going to talk about the top 10 most amazing places to visit in 2023. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. Expedition Trek, be it breathtaking natural sights, strange-looking ancient ruins, or scary underwater seascapes. Today we'll be taking a look at 10 tourist destinations that are totally amazing. Let's begin. Number 10. Jellyfish Lake. At first glance, the idea of swimming in a lake teeming with jellyfish may not fit your definition of fun. However, it turns out that a swim or snorkel through Jellyfish Lake is one of the most serene natural experiences you could ask for. Now, this incredible site is located on the Pacific island of Palau, and it formed about 12,000 years ago when ocean water began to fill in its basin. However, when the glaciers receded, there was nowhere for the lake's jellyfish to go, and since they had no natural predators, their isolation caused them to develop so that their stingers became absolutely harmless. So as a result, tourists can now purchase a $100 permit to enter the lake and swim amongst these incredible gelatinous creatures. However, I should warn you that getting to Palau isn't all that easy. Due to its occlusion, you'll almost certainly have to get there via a connecting flight or two, but the only airports offering direct flights are the ones located in Guam, Seoul, Taipei, and Manila. It's also possible to reach Palau by cruise ship, as operators have recently begun to offer cruises in that region. Yet the reality is that no matter which way you slice it, it will probably cost you a pretty penny to get to this tropical paradise. Number 9. Blue Lagoon. Iceland has become a popular travel destination in recent years, and of all the spots to visit on the island, none are quite as famous as the Blue Lagoon. Located just 20 minutes from the main airport and 50 minutes away from the capital city of Reykjavik, the Blue Lagoon is a geothermal spa that's reportedly super comfortable to lie in. Now, I should preface this description of the lagoon by saying that contrary to popular belief, the Blue Lagoon is not a natural geothermal spa. Instead, it's completely man-made and warmed thanks to the steam and hot water byproduct from the nearby sparks, saying the geothermal power plant. While this may sound a little unsafe, it turns out that the water is perfectly clean and the water's super blue color is caused by its high silica content. This silica, along with other minerals, makes the Blue Lagoon a very healthy place to be. Then to top this off, the Blue Lagoon is also home to a luxury spa, making it the perfect spot to rest and unwind after a long flight. So if you ever find yourself in Iceland, the Blue Lagoon is an absolute must-visit. Number 8. Pulpit Rock. Well, there are plenty of places that are famous for their pretty views. None are quite as incredible as Pulpit Rock. Located in southern Norway, Pulpit Rock is essentially a rocky outcrop with a 600-meter drop into the waters below. This outcrop gives absolutely beautiful views of the surrounding fjord. And its impressive shape and complete lack of barriers makes it a great place for photos. However, while somewhere between 150 to 200,000 tourists make the visit to Pulpit Rock every year, it isn't exactly the easiest of trips. That's because in order to get there, you have to undertake a 7.6-kilometer long hike that's officially sanctioned as moderate in difficulty by the Norwegian government. While this may not sound too scary, the reality is that it takes a whopping 4 hours to go one way, meaning if you don't have the physical stamina necessary, Pulpit Rock may not be the destination for you. However, if you do, then I'd highly recommend visiting. There's nothing quite like a trip to this incredible cliff. Number 7. Ibiza. Be it from the songs of pop stars or from the stories you've heard from buddies who went there for spring break or summer vacation, you're probably well aware that Ibiza has a reputation for being a party island. After all, celebrities and drunk college kids alike go there to have a good time, so it should come as no surprise that it is a great place to visit. More specifically, Ibiza is located off the east coast of Spain and is roughly as large as the city of Chicago. As a result, while the island's central hub is home to famous nightclubs such as Amnesia, Heart, Ibiza, and Underground, there's also plenty to do if you're not into the party scene. For example, if you're a history nerd like me, you could visit the Dolt Villa UNESCO Heritage Site, which is essentially a fort used to fend off French and Berber pirates. If old buildings aren't your thing, you could be a beach bum and relax on one of the beaches. Many beaches, such as Playa Linbosa or Playa de Ssc Leftists, If you're not into either of these things, you could even check out Ibiza. Smaller towns, as both San Antonio and Center Olaria this real, are great options if you're looking to stay slightly away from the busy tourist center. So as such, I'd say that a trip to Ibiza can be fun for the whole family. Number 6. Morale Loan. When you think of Venice, chances are that beautiful canals, fancy gondolas, and Shakespearean merchants come to mind. However, what's often forgotten is the fact that ever since the 8th century, Venice has had a thriving glassmaking industry. And it turns out that the main hub where this glass is made is on the island of Murano. Now, the original idea behind their placement was to prevent fires on land that could be produced during the glassmaking process. And so it was decided that Murano would be a floating factory of sorts, with a master glassmakers transformed sand into glass using air and fire. While it takes about 18 minutes to ferry from the city proper to the island, it's completely worth it. As to this day, the glassmakers can still be found in their shops making specialty pieces. These range from small trinkets such as small seahorses and mustangs to beautiful ornate glass vases and statues. And while they are mainly aimed at tourists, their prices range from a modestly expensive 20 or 30 euros to insane price tags and the tens of thousands of euros. Now, I should warn you that many glass factories have begun to capitalize on Venice's tourist economy by holding glassmaking demonstrations that are then followed by a high-pressure sales pitch. However, so long as you keep your budget in mind, Murano is a stunning spot to visit to see some incredible glass works. Number 5. The Great Barrier Reef. If you're a fan of aquatic adventures, then the Great Barrier Reef should definitely be on your bucket list. Located off the coast of Queensland, Australia is considered to be the largest coral reef system in the world, as it consists of 2,900 individual reefs and 900 islands stretching across an area of approximately 344,000 square kilometers. As you can probably imagine, this large ecosystem is home to a diverse range of species, with these including 1,500 species of fish, over 400 types of hard coral, 1/3 of the world's soft corals, 134 species of sharks, and raise 6 of the world's 7 species of threatened marine turtles, and more than 30 species of marine mammals. Now, while visiting such a large place may be overwhelming, there are several ways to enjoy this incredible reef. The first and easiest is by glass-bottom boat, with these boats allowing you to see the reef floor without diving in. If you want a more hands-on experience, you can go snorkeling or scuba diving, which allows you to really feel like part of the action. If you have a bit more coin, you can even opt to go sailing or ride on a helicopter tour. And if you somehow get bored of all of that, the area around the reef is filled with beautiful beaches, vibrant nightlife, and enough fun for tourists to have that time of their lives. Number 4. The Galapagos Islands. Admittedly, the Galapagos Islands aren't what I consider to be a conventional tourist attraction. After all, these small islands are nearly 1,000 kilometers off the coast of Ecuador, making a casual day trip practically impossible. However, the Galapagos Islands have quickly begun to open up for more tourists, and they are by all means some of the most unique islands in the entire world. For reference, pirates began first to inhabit the islands in the late 16th century. Although the island didn't really gain critical acclaim until Charles Darwin published The Famous Origin of Species, partially based on his travels there. You see, the Galapagos Islands are unique because they're home to lots of plants and animals that are not seen anywhere else on the planet, with this including the Galapagos penguin, the Galapagos sea lion, and most notably of all, multiple types of Galapagos tortoise. Beyond the unique wildlife, the Galapagos Islands are also known for its world-class scuba diving and its impressive Sierra Negra volcano, making it an incredible place to visit. Now, while it is technically possible to fly between the various islands, most people who travel there choose to go by sea tours, as there are several small-scale research boats and cruise ships that will ferry along passengers for a considerably high fee. While this option isn't great for people with seasickness, and allows you to see far more islands and overall make for a better experience. As such, if you'd like to go to the Galapagos Islands, I'd suggest you compare prices and options as thoroughly as possible. Number 3. Banff National Park. While Canada has many natural sites that are world-class in terms of beauty, few quite match Banff National Park. Located about 150 kilometers west of Calgary in Alberta is Rocky Mountains. Banff is Canada's oldest national park, and it's so large that it's the roof equivalent of 11 Chicago's or 8.5 New York's stacked side by side. Even by Canadian standards, the park is located in relatively northern location, and as such it's considered to have a sub-Arctic climate. While this may scare away any uninformed tourists, it turns out that Banff is both a warm summer destination and a cold winter wonderland. UC Banff is well known for its mountainous terrain, dense coniferous forests, expansive glaciers and ice fields, and beautiful alpine landscapes. In the summer, the average high is about 22 degrees Celsius, and this makes the park the perfect place to camp, hike, or otherwise explore. Of all the park's summer destinations, Lake Louise is probably the most popular, as its calm turquoise blue water makes it an incredible place to paddle a canoe or go for a swim. There are also various hot springs and caves throughout the area, allowing you to easily spice up your adventure. In the winter, the average low is -14 degrees Celsius, and this is where Banff's mountain subalpine and alpine characteristics come into play. That's because these terrains are perfect for world-class skiing and snowboarding, and its 3 ski resorts, which are Banff Sunshine, the Lake Louise Ski Resort, and Mount Norquay, and they are the perfect place for anyone looking to shred some powder. Best of all, it usually snows and banned from November until May, meaning that its open season is much longer than that of many other places on the planet. As such, Banff National Park truly is a dream destination for anyone who loves the great outdoors. Number 2. Cinque Terre. While places such as Rome, Florence, and Venice are among Italy's most visited cities, one that's recently gained a lot more traction is Cinque Terre. Translating to the 5 lands in English, the area is considered to be the perfect tourist destination because it not only has a lot of natural beauty and good food, but also has 5 colorful villages that are perfectly suited to the tastes of different types of travelers. The first, known as Rio Maggiore, is Cinqueterre's largest and easternmost village, known for its pastel buildings, botanical garden, medieval castle, and pebbly Masala beach. It's widely considered to have the best nightlife of the 5 villages, making it the town to visit for younger travelers. Just a little bit west of Rio Maggiore lies Manarola. Originally serving as a pirate lookout, it's claimed to fame for its medieval relics, grapevines, and a beautiful fishing harbor. This makes it the perfect place for those who value quiet evenings and great photographs. The smallest village of the 5 is the middle-of-the-way town of Cornelia, perched high above the coast on a 100-meter rocky cliff. It's the only town without sea access, although its remote location and size makes it the least touristy destination and a great one for avid hikers. The 4th town, known as Venezia, is known for having the safest harbor in all of Cinque Terre and its Doria Castle. Winding streets and beautiful architecture makes it extremely popular with tourists from all backgrounds. The final and westernmost of the 5 is Monterosa. Known for being relatively flat and having a very wide sandy beach, its easy access to the ocean makes it the perfect village for families with kids and for those with mobility issues. However, what's coolest about Cinque Terre is that it's extremely easy to get around. And because while those who are adventurous can take long hikes between the villages, they're all connected by train, making it easy to experience everything that region has to offer. Yet I should warn you that it's starting to get more and more touristy of air, so be sure to visit during the low season in order to beat the crowds. Number 1. Sundome Cave. While many caves are dark, dingy, and chilly, Sundome is far better than your average cave. That's because it is by far one of the richest ecological sanctuaries in the world. Located in central Vietnam, it was formed between 2 to 5 million years ago. Yet in a stroke of luck, it was only discovered by humans 30 years ago. I say stroke of luck because this means that throughout the course of history, the cave has remained practically untouched. Now, in terms of geological wonders, Songdo is the world's largest natural cave, standing at a height of about 200 meters, a width of about 150 meters, and a length of about 9 kilometers. This 1.6 million square meter cavern is absolutely massive. For reference, it's so large that I can easily fit an entire New York City block inside, including skyscrapers, or have a Boeing 747 and comfortably fly through without its wings being in any danger. This massive cave has its fair share of geological features. Two of these, the most notable by far, is the 70 to 90 meter wall of calcite stalagmites found within the cave, with the whole thing being so huge that it often has been nicknamed the Great Wall of Vietnam due to its size. Yet what really lands this cave onto this list is not just these features, but the dense, lush jungles found within its depths. You see, since the cave is both very large and very untouched, the species within it underwent millions of years of secluded evolution. This means that most of the plants, monkeys, flying foxes, frogs, insects, and hares that are found within the cave can't be found anywhere else in the world. And this makes the cave a biological treasure trove. Now, while Sundome has recently become a tourist destination, it's only open to those who are willing to spend a pretty penny. That's because at the moment Oxalis Adventures is the only tourists for with the licensing necessary to enter the cave. And since they are limited to bringing just 1,000 visitors per year, they charge an insanely high price tag of $3,000 per person. However, given how amazing this experience is, many visitors believe that this tour is worth the price. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see more in the future, leave a comment, give a like.